Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us and welcome to another edition of Transformer Facts Friday. This is the second weekly roundup show that I like to do on this channel, which again gives me the perfect opportunity to do exactly that. Keep you guys updated with things that I found going on in the world of Transformers. I'll let you know what's happening with this YouTube channel and of course my Instagram, which is Toys_R_Us. Got a complete mixture of movies, third party and normal generations figures and everything else to go through with you today. So we're going to start off with something that I will hopefully definitely be purchasing. So I've got this information from T-Formers. What it is, it's a Hero X Transformers Generations 2023 big book is coming this summer, and it looks like it's just going to have that on the cover of it. But what it basically is, in Japan they still do these Generations books, which basically just it's exactly that. It's a complete culmination of every single figure that was released in that particular year. So the details here, you'll see its retail price is 3,300 yen, which is about $25 US, and it's an all-out special feature to commemorate the release of Transformers Beast Awakening through coverage of the latest toys from the second half of 2022, including overseas versions. It's got an inserted poster, newly drawn cover illustrations and a comic at the end of the book artist, and it's got a document from 1994 to 1997 with Beast Wars is Born. So here's some information on it if you want to order it, like I'm going to try to myself as well. I love that type of book, just where you've got everything listed. It's just great. And talking of things that else is great, this seems to be gathering pace as well. So Transformers 2024 animated movie, possible title and release date revealed. So this seems to be really picking up pace at the moment. And first and foremost, it was just rumours, but I'm just going to read to you what it says here. It says, with the Rise of the Beast coming in hot and heavy for June in theatre releases, it's easy to forget that there are two more Transformers movies in the works. The animated being directed by Toy Story 4's Josh Cooley, and it's supposed to hit screens in 2024. So as I said, we've had it confirmed that they're going to be making it, but as it says here, we don't know anything about it until now. According to site Heroic Hollywood, the movie is said to be titled Transformers High Moon and with a screen date of July 19, 2024. And this date is also confirmed by Paramount, which is fantastic. So there's more information on here as well, and I'm just going to read you just a little bit to this. I've got this information from T-Formers if you want to check it out. So it says the movie is being produced by E1 and Paramount Animation, and it's currently unclear who will be starring in the film. The supposed prequel story that will explore the origin of the heroic Megatron and the seeds of conflict between the harmony-seeking Autobots and domination-loving Decepticons could be a welcome break from the onslaught of robot beasts we'll see in Rise of the Beasts. So there you go. As I said, I'm not going to read too much more about that. It just sounds really good. And yeah, as and when I get more information, I will let you know. Okay, a very quick sighting for those of you who are still collecting Earthspark. If anybody's still collecting Earthspark, nobody seems to at the moment. Earthspark Wave 1 Deluxe has been found at Canadian retail. So this, of course, consists of Twitch, Bumblebee and Megatron. And these were found in a Walmart in Quebec. And there is confirmation of that on TFW 2005. Also, we've got quite a few things now from TFW 2005. So the Micro Machine Transformers figures, these have started to show up at US retail, and I can show you pretty much what they are. So they're 2 packs, and it looks like they are coming out at $5. Excuse me. There are the 5 packs together. So you can see there we've got Bumblebee and we've got Megatron. We've then got Optimus Prime and Starscream. We've then got Jetfire and Jazz. Yeah, it is Jazz. And then we've got Sideswipe. And is that Elita 1? Yes, it is. That's Elita 1. And then we've got Brawl and Blackout. So twin packs, $5 each. Pretty much seem to have hit everywhere in use in the US, according to this. I don't know. Happy hunting with them anyway. This is something that's amazing, to be honest. This is something that I so need to go to, or they need to do one in the UK. This is something, again, I'm going to read exactly here, and I'm going to show you some images. And again, I'm going to direct you to TFW 2005 to have a look at these images, because it says here we've got something very nice to share with fellow Australian collectors. King Comics, which is a comic store, Radio Velvet, which is a premium t-shirt print brand. Here, Hasbro Australia have teamed up to organise the official Transformers More Than Meets the Eye exhibition. It's held at King's Comic Stores in Sydney from April the 6th to April the 30th. So you've got a long time, well, you've still got a week to get and have a look at this, obviously. And it's just got so many things. It's got a few people's collections, and I'm just going to show you some images. So again, apologies for the glare. I've took all these images from TFW 2005 if you want to go and have a look at them yourselves. So it's a genuine exhibition of loads of different things for Transformers. There's a huge poster there. There's a stairwell leading down to all of these cabinets full of completely different styles. So we've obviously got there, you can see the newer figures, including the G.I. Joe crossovers. And again, there's some close-up images of this in a second for you to have a look at. There's a huge Optimus Prime that's pretty much taller than a human by the looks of it. But then this is where it gets awesome. You've got certain people's collections. So this one you can tell is mainly vintage focused. I'm going to show you them in a bit more detail. But what I love about this, I just love to see people's collections, in honesty. There's a load of Generation 2 figures. And indeed some more. There's some Optimus Primes, some newer figures like your Armada. Then there's a person who's got loads of Bumblebees. So you've got details here of the actual collectors and some of their collection, which they're showing off. So there you've got Lauren Carney, you've got Alex Lehours, Travis Price, apologies for that, I'm reading it backwards, and of course Soffles, whoever that is. But there you go. So you've got, look at this, there you've got somebody who obviously loves hot rods, a complete mixture of all the packagings. There's somebody who loves their Generation 1 authentic, vintage original, shall we say, all here as well. It's just exactly that. It's a brilliant insight into a culmination of people's collections where they've brought them all together just to share with the general public, which I just think is brilliant. And I haven't heard or seen anything like this anywhere. I'd love to go and see, as I say, something like this where you've just got a complete mishmash of loads of different toy lines, loads of different genres and generations, of course, of collecting Transformers, from some of the newer figures, as you'll see in a second, movie figures, masterpiece figures, pin badges, artwork, e-hobby figures. There you go, just other exclusives. It's just a brilliant nose. There's some Bumblebees. So if you want to see these images slightly better and in more detail, and indeed even more, head to TFW 2005. Or if you're lucky enough to live in Australia, why don't you go and have a look at it in person, because it looks so good. But there you go. I just wanted to share that with you as well. Right, Beast Alliance, Wheeljack and Rhinox. We saw this in the packaging last week sometime. Here's some in-hand images. So this is another version of Wheeljack with the Rhinox gun that we've seen before. But this is your very basic Wheeljack. I say very basic. It's more basic than the normal deluxe one you've seen. And I don't know, guys, that's Fillmore from Cars, isn't it? It really is. I can't help but see Mater in Scraphook, or the other one, or Scrap It, I think it is, but that's Fillmore as well, which is, of course, the new Wheeljack with, of course, the Battlemaster there, his little Rhinox. And as you can see, that's how they look with some of the other movie bots. Right, moving on. Diaclone, so this is official Takara Tomy products. Most people are pretty much aware that Diaclone is where Transformers came from, but Takara Tomy decided to reboot it a couple of years ago, and what they've done is they've added the new Versalta to the ever-expanding Diaclone universe, and this is the dark version of TM15 Tactical Mover. So there's an image of it. I'm going to give you a quick few facts about it in a second. So I'm not going to read you it all. If you want to get this information, it's on TFW 2000. No, T-Formers and indeed third-party companies like ShowZ, where you can order it from, and I'll show you all that in a second. So retail price, $82.99. It's a space maneuverable Type Hawk Versalta, and it's now available in the dark version. It's got 3 transformation modes. It's got loads of accessories. I mean, here's the list of all the accessories that come with it inside the package. And there's all the details with it. And if you want some more images of it, there it is in one of its modes. There it is from the front and the rear. And the best thing about these is, if you have a look at Diaclone, the newer versions, they just all transform. They just all combine. They can all be merged with each other. You can just build these giant, huge play sets, which of course is exactly what all the original Japanese figures did. To be honest, it's so good. There he is inside a trailer. Yeah, I really like the looks of these, and I'm going to go and have a look at Pete's whenever I can, to be fair. He says he's got quite a few, so he'll probably reply in the comments, Pete, yeah, I want to come and see him, buddy. Right, I've then, of course, scoured all the third-party Weibo pages. And I know we've seen quite a lot of these, but for anybody who's ordered the Brawl from ShowZ, you can actually order him now. He's not on pre-order anymore, just the standard green foot. And I suppose in celebration of that, if you head to the Weibo page for Indeed Magic Square, there's loads more stuff on him. There's videos again, and I've got some more images of him, because I love these images, because it's mainly the alternate mode, which you don't really get to see a lot of. And I think they've done a great job here in the alternate mode, and this is the version that I've got on pre-order as well. So it's just the standard green foot. As soon as it ships, I'll let you guys know, and as soon as it arrives, of course, we'll do a video on it. So the reason I like these photos again is because you can see how it can all attach, and it's of course only the first limb to Bruticus, so really excited for this figure, and indeed seeing the rest of the combiner. Also on Newage, I think this is quite an old figure, I'm not too sure, but this is a shattered glass version of Cyclonus, and again I just thought it was spectacular. I love the colour scheme on this. I'm hoping Hasbro will do with the new shattered glass figures there an update of a shattered glass version with their mould, and here it is looking spectacular. And if ever I find anything that's amazing, of course I just want to share that with you. So there you go, there is the last couple of images. There indeed is a page from Show Z. So there's the Seeker, female Seekers I mentioned in the previous video. There's the Iron Factory Tarn, again I mentioned in a previous video, and loads. The pre-orders are huge at the moment now if you want to get any of these. And again, thank you everybody for the support, for using the code Toys R Us, all as one word. That was going to be it, but literally as soon as I'm about to finish the video off, I found this on TFW 2005. It's not as exciting as I thought it would be, but in Japan they've released a sticker sheet with the Rise of the Beasts characters on. Apologies for the glare. I'm going to show it you anyway, but there's nothing new on there. I was a little bit disappointed. I was expecting or hoping to see some new characters, but unfortunately it's just all the ones we're definitely aware of. RC, Rhinox, Mirage, Nightbird, Battletrap, Freezer, Scourge, Optimus Primal, Cheetor, Bumblebee, Air Razor and Optimus Prime. It looks like a cool sticker sheet, but I was kind of hoping that there would be some characters on there that we hadn't seen yet. So once again, thank you everybody for all the support in general, just watching, liking this. I'm getting quite a few new subscribers at the moment, which is great. I hope you appreciate or can put up with, shall we say, my primitive way of doing the news. It's the easiest way for me to get things out. Reviews, obviously, I spend a bit more time on. And talking of reviews and talking of third-party figures, I'm going to do my best to get this figure done, Cyclops, over the weekend. For later on, I've got World's Smallest Just Toys Snarl with a few comparisons in. I've got a discussion video about shattered glass figures. Again, if any other news drops, I'll let you know. I'm looking to do a live next weekend. But once again, as I say, I'm doing my best to keep up with all the figures that there are about there and the requests that I'm getting sent on Instagram as well. So again, huge thank you everybody. Really appreciate it. Love doing this. Again, great meeting everybody at NEC. Anybody who came up to me, said hello, or people who messaged me since or joined on because of that, because of this, thank you ever so much. And indeed, huge thank you to Theo as well, who gave me a shout out in one of his videos. That was really nice of him as well. So thanks very much for that, guys. I'll catch up with you later. Take care.